you guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you guys are watching. Thank you guys for tuning in again. My name is Donna. I am a phlebotomist. I have been doing this job for about 10 or 11 years now, and I have a video on YouTube called A Day in the Life of a Phlebotomist. I did that video a couple years ago, I think, or last year, and that was when I was working the night shift, and so that is why I had a little bit of time in my hands to vlog that night. Obviously, that is how this channel grew, because of that video, and a lot of people are asking why I haven't been doing any phlebotomy video lately, and that is because, you guys, I lessened my hours. I am not working as a phlebotomist. Well, I am still working as a phlebotomist, but I stepped down, and instead of working full-time, I'm only working about 10 hours a week, sometimes less, and it is mainly because of my kids. They need their mama. So the purpose of this video for today is to answer a few of the questions that I see on that A Day in the Life of a Phlebotomist video, and we are going to start now. Okay, as usual, you guys, my hair is a big mess again, but it's okay. Messy hair, don't care. I'm a mama, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm even in my pajamas right now, but you're not gonna know because all you can see is this face and the messy hair and the wrinkly forehead. But here goes the questions, you guys. First question from Ashley Tyson. How long is school for this? And I found only a 1-month class. How much do you start off with? I read it's about 10 an hour. How fast do you get hired? Do you have experience before you get hired? I did answer this question, Ashley, but I'm gonna say it again. When I went to school about 10 years ago, I went to the school called Pima Medical Institute, and I was in school for about 3 months. 2 months out of those, we were doing schoolwork and practice in the school. We had 1 month externship and 2 months school practice or schoolwork, and so that's that. So I don't know, I'm not really sure about a 1-month class. I feel like you need more time to know about phlebotomy. All right, so how long, this question is from AppDroid Geek. How long will it take to be a phlebotomy tech, and should I take phlebotomy tech or pharmacy tech or cardiology tech, or should I just go for CNA? Help me. So, obviously I'm a phlebotomist, a phlebotomy technician, so I know more about being a phlebotomist than any other techs that you mentioned. It just depends on what you're really into. To be honest, I didn't really, yes. So if I'm being honest, you guys, I didn't really go to school for phlebotomy. I initially wanted to be a pharmacy tech, but when I was really wanting, so as I was saying, I was really gonna be a pharmacy tech, but somebody wants to join us, guys. But when I was really wanting to go to school, the pharmacy tech program was full. And so I didn't want to waste my time. I was like, okay, what other programs do you guys have that I could get into? Because I want to be in school. I want to start a career. And so they said the phlebotomy program is open. There's a lot of availability. So if you wanted to try that, you can try it. You have about 1 week to think about it and see if you know it'll work out for you. So I was like, you know what? It's only 3 months, so I'll take it. So I went to class. I wasn't a big fan of needles. Blood don't really scare me. Needles though, poking people and stuff, I didn't like doing it, but it's something that I got used to, and I believe that I'm really good at it because I had people say it. So I am really off the subject here. I was gonna be a pharmacy tech, but I ended up being a phlebotomy technician, cardiology tech. It's up to you if you wanted to do that. I don't know too much about it. Or CNA. CNA is a good one too. I was gonna go to school for it, but like I said, I don't really have time. I have little kids to take care of. CNA is only a 1-month program, so if I was given the chance to do CNA, I would do it. You could be a health unit coordinator / CNA. You could get, you know, pretty decent pay and pretty decent schedule. Like right now, my hospital is hiring for a HUC, a health unit coordinator, but they wanted somebody who has a CNA degree too, or certificate. And the schedule is pretty sweet, guys, because the one that I wanted to do was a 0.9, so that is 36 hours a week, and you only work 3 days, 3 days a week, so it's 3/12s, which is not bad. I'd rather work lesser days than, I'd rather work lesser days and have more days off than work the whole 5 days and only have 2 weekends. That's only because I have a family now, but whatever works for you guys, it's good. I'm just saying CNA is, it's not an easy job. There's a lot more responsibility being a CNA. But schedule-wise, you can find all kinds of schedule, especially if you wanted to do it at the hospital. That's just based on my experience. I don't know how other states' hospital work, but that's how it is over here. This comment is from Marina E, and there's other people who commented like this, but she was like, comb your hair, jeez. I don't want to comb my hair. I want my hair the way I want my hair right now. I am not going to tell you guys how to do your hair, okay? Your hair is your hair, mine is mine. So I guess that's what I have to say about that. Okay, this question is from Jessie May Hien. Thanks for sharing. Oh, thanks. What? It says, thanks you for sharing more information about this job. How many hours can you work a week? I'm looking forward to your reply. Well, I think I replied to you, my dear. Yes, I did. But for the purpose of this video, you can do as many hours as you like, as less hours as you want too. I say that because I have coworkers that are per diems right now. They handle their own schedule. At the hospital that I work at, if you're a per diem on-call phlebotomist, the minimum that you can work, that you have to work, is 1 day a month. So as long as you work an 8-hour shift a month, you're good. And also lab staff, specifically phlebotomy, we are always short. People always go somewhere else, find a better job, or find, life happens. They quit. And there's always, basically what I'm saying is that even if you're a part-timer, you can still work at, like, you're a full-timer.
Let's go.
Okay, I forgot what I was saying, but I'm saying, Jesse, is that you can work as much hours as you want and as less hours as you want. There are positions ranging from per diem on calls to 40 hours a week. Um, Working as a phlebotomist is pretty flexible. It just depends on where you work. Usually, hospitals are really flexible. You just have to ask your supervisor. In my situation right now, I am a part-time .1, which means I only work 4 hours a week. But if I wanted to, I can talk to my supervisor and say, hey, I can work more hours. Just let me know ahead of time so I can plan things out with my kids. That's what I do right now, so it works out pretty good. This question is from Long Tam. Hi, I'm debating if I should get certified. I'm overwhelmed by all the ads and offering around. How did you select the program to move forward with? Thank you. Um, like I said, at the time that I was interested in going to school, I wanted to be a pharmacy tech, but it was full, and so I ended up trying phlebotomy program, and I liked it, obviously, and that's how I ended up with this career. What was it like working as a phlebotomist when you first started? Was it overwhelming? That was from Izel Atienza. Um, sorry guys, I'm a little sick. Yes, it was very intimidating at first because come on, you are poking people, you are hurting them, and as a human being, I'm assuming you don't want to hurt somebody. You want to be as smooth as you can taking their blood. So it was pretty overwhelming. I've had trainers that would like look at me up and down and let me know that I am not cut out for this job. I can't do it. You're too slow, especially for morning draws. Oh my God. You have like 8 people to draw in like an hour or so. And if you're brand new, you're slow. You don't got your system down. And if you're doing a morning draw at a hospital, it's all about the speed. I mean, let's be honest here. It'd be nice if you can like talk to the patients, blah 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 blah. Girl, it's morning draws. You're waking up the patients. You cannot be all happy, jolly. How are you? Good morning, blah blah blah. If I was a patient, I would have been like, girl, get out of here. Draw my blood after breakfast. But no, they need to be done. So what you have to do is be quick. You tell them, hey, knock knock knock, hey, my name is Donna, I'm here to draw your blood, I am so sorry to wake you up. Some patients, they will be nice to you. They'll be like, oh, I've been expecting you, which is good, a relief. Or some are like, oh my God, again, blah blah blah. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is mainly for morning shift people that do the morning labs. Just be nice because they're patients. Move quick and be as what do you call this? Be as efficient as you can. But if you're new, don't even rush yourself. If you're new, just take your time, girl. You are gonna find your own system later down the road. You don't have to rush. And whatever your trainer is telling you to do, you don't have to do it the same exact way as her. You know? Like I said, you'll find your own system later down the road. Just make sure you're following all of the guidelines that you have in your protocol book, your order of draw, and you'll be good. Okay? Okay, from Kevin Covens. How do I get my first needle sticks? I got certified but never stuck anyone to draw blood. Do I have to go to the hospital and tell them I'm applying for internship? Or can we be in the side or we can be in the side of me when I draw my first blood from a patient to show me what to do and not do, since it will be my first stick. First of all, Kevin, how did you get certified? I mean, to be certified, you have to know enough about phlebotomy, about the tubes, about the needles to use, about HIPAA, OSHA, all kinds of organizations. And you have to have experience. You have to make sure that you know what needles to use for which part of the body you're gonna poke, or what's, I don't know how you got certified. I mean, good for you, you got the paperwork, but don't you want to know what you're doing before you actually get the certification? Double check with your school. Do you have to go to hospital and tell them I'm applying for internship? Yeah, I don't really know, because here, once you're in school, your school tells you to go somewhere for an externship, or the school looks for an externship place for you, and they assign you there for a month, and you have to complete at least 160 hours of externship and training, and you have to pass, and then you get certified. So I don't know, I'm not sure. Double check with your school and let me know how that happened, or what their process is, because I'm not really sure about that. Here's another hair comment, you guys, from Briseda Ruiz. Says, don't you need to put your hair up when doing this? No, you don't need to, as long as your hair is not touching the patient's face or the patient's bed or whatever. You don't need to put your hair up. Yeah, you don't. Alright, this is from Chendasam. Hi, I'm a new certified phlebotomist. I recently got my license back in mid-March of last year, but I haven't been in a medical setting drawing patients since last year in spring. That's when I did my clinicals, and so it's been some time since I poked or anything like that. Do you mind refreshing my memory on the order of draws, the tubes, etc.? I remember the routine of drawing the patients, just the tubes is a bit foggy, and I might be landing a position soon. If things go well, thanks in advance. Excuse me. Okay, first of all, congratulations, girl. For order of draw, so cultures, micro, coag, light blue, chemistry, red or SST, or for us we also have the mint top tube. It has the lithium and the sodium heparin in it. Hematology, which is lavender and gray, and all the other special tubes are next. But that's just where I'm working at. Other states might have different orders of draw, but I doubt it. Hi, could you explain the different levels of phlebotomy, as in phlebotomy 1, phlebotomy 2, and so on? How do you achieve those? Because I'm very confused. It's really confusing too. I have been working as a phlebotomist for 10 years or more, but where I used to work at, I am called a phlebotomist. There's no phlebotomist 1, phlebotomist 2, or 3. Now where I'm working at, I am called a satellite lab assistant. A satellite lab assistant is a phlebotomist that works outside of a hospital. It's usually like the family clinics, or we call it the draw sites. So that's where I'm working at. So it depends on the company you're working at. They have different kinds of terms. So you just gotta, I guess, look up the union book and see what those differences are. Oh yes, and also at my work at the hospital, there's lab assistant 1, lab assistant 2, lab assistant 3. 1, 2, and 3 is just for like their shifts. So lab assistant 1 is like the morning shift, the first shift. Lab assistant 2 is the evening shift. Lab assistant 3 is the night shift. Hi Dee, I just finished and passed my PT course, but I would like to know where you can go and get more stick draw experience. Do jobs usually offer that help for new hires? Thank you. This is what I'm saying because from my experience, my school, PIMA Medical Institute, they told me when I graduated that if I needed help with job placement or need more practice drawing blood, that I can always go there and practice. So that's one thing. I just don't know about the school that you went to, but that's what my school offered. And also for the first probably couple weeks or a month at your job, especially in the hospital, they're not gonna let you go out on your own by yourself. They're going to have you get shadowed by a trainer, and you usually have to do where I work at. Usually have to do about 40 draws, 40 patients, plus I think about you have to do baby draws, like capillary draws, those heel sticks, and then you have to do like 5 blood cultures, blood gases and stuff like that. So it just depends on your employer, how they do things, and I guess that's how you get your experience. Okay. It says here from the Smiley JPG, do you still have to do work-related stuff after work, or are you totally free until the next shift? You could totally, like, once you clock out, you're done for the day. Unless there's a really, really critical thing that your job thinks that only you can answer, then they will call you. But for the most part, you're fine. Once you're off the clock, you're done. There's really nothing you have to worry about. So that's that. Okay, from Liza Marie, this might be a dumb question. No such thing as dumb question, girl. But do you think a 4-week long course is long enough? There isn't many good schools from what I've looked at near me, but 4 weeks just seems too short of a time. Would you recommend a private phlebotomy school or going to a community college for it? Thanks in advance. As far as I know, 3 months is the minimum, but that was like 10 years ago. I have to find that out. But from like our newly hires, they went to school for 3 months. So I don't know about 4 weeks. It's the same whether you go to a private school or a community college. I think it's the same thing. So yeah, probably 4 weeks is not too long. It's not enough time. From Gogi Apparatus. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm scared about drawing from kids and babies the most. Is it hard? Yes, I'll be honest with you, girl. It is hard to draw babies. And this is why I didn't get a job or I didn't even want to apply at a children's hospital, even though they paid a lot more, is because I don't think I can stand poking babies. Heel sticks on babies alone makes me feel bad, especially if the baby's not bleeding. What more, when you have to draw newborn babies multiple times? That is not my thing. I don't like to do that. Plus they have the tiniest veins and the parents are there, and I know they love their babies, but sometimes they're the more difficult ones to deal with, and I totally understand that. I am a parent myself, so babies and kids, they're the hardest, to be honest. Not because they're kids, but because the emotions, I guess. Yeah. Another question. What do you do when you miss the vein and a butterfly needle? Do you stick it all the way in to get... if the patient has a really small vein and you missed it, you have to just pull out a little bit. So pull out, feel the vein, feel it, you know where your needle's at, and you know where if you can feel the vein is a little teeny tiny bit to the left or to the right, then pull out a little bit, anchor, and then go towards where the vein is. You don't have to, sometimes there's a situation wherein you have to go all the way in, but sometimes you just missed it a little teeny tiny bit, so you just gotta reposition the needle. You don't fish, you reposition it. You never tell the patient that you're gonna fish for her veins because they're gonna freak out. But as far as if you need to go all the way in, if you need to stick the needle all the way in, I don't think you need to do that. I don't have needles here with me. Next time I'll bring some, but you don't always have to stick it all the way in. Okay, you guys, so my little baby boy is acting up now. I'm gonna end this question and answer here. I hope that my answers made sense, you guys, because I don't have notes. I didn't take notes. I was just scrolling down the comment section on YouTube and answering the questions that I guess, well, all your questions made sense, but they're just very repeated. So I just answered all of that. I hope that I answered everything. If you guys have any more questions, just shoot me a comment or shoot me an email or whatever, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching again. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and you guys have a good one. Bye.